Okay guys, this is part 3. I now have the electronic fan in. You can see right down in there. Let me see. I'll show you how much clearance I have. There's not a lot, but it's enough to where I'm comfortable with it. I got my air cleaner off so we can actually get down there and see. There's my relay. Is it going to focus? I don't know if it's going to focus or not. There's my relay, and I got, you know, all my wires in there, wires going down there. There's my temperature sensor. Now, yesterday, this thing, the fan wasn't wanting to kick on. It was real sporadic. I'm going, what the heck? I went and got a new relay, put that in there, still wouldn't work. So I went to bed, kind of slept on things. Came out today, did some different testing, and I couldn't get it to kick on unless I directly powered it from the battery. So when my kit that I got from Champion, I had originally put on a 30 amp breaker. So I took that sucker off and look at the inside of that. Just totally corroded. So I could have went and got another one of these, or if you guys do this and you decide you want to use the breaker, they make covers for these. Put a cover on it to protect it, because any water gets in here and this is what you're going to run into, and then obviously it's not going to work. So I found my relay kit box, and in it they had a 30 amp, which is right here, fuse. So I just took out the actual circuit breaker and just put in that 30 amp fuse. So you can wire it either way you want. And I tested it. I pulled off the temperature sender there, ran the jumper over the negative, and it fired right up. So I went ahead and just kind of tested it in the car, started the car up, and right when it got to about 180, this thing just kicked right on. It did get up. I revved it up a little bit. Haven't actually driven it yet, and it got up to 205, you know, maybe 210. I don't think it was 210. Let off the gas. Of course, I'm running the AC the whole time, and it came right back down between 190 and 195, which I'm very comfortable running this car at that temperature range. I'd even be comfortable running it from, say, 190 to 210. If this car runs in that temperature range, that's what these cars like to run on, and I will be more than happy with that. So I got this in, so now I'm going to leave it in, just kind of, you know, drive it around here a little bit in this nice Arizona hot weather, and see if that fan's big enough to do what I need. I can't put a bigger fan in that because with the shroud, which is almost an inch, and that whole setup's about 3.5 inches. Now you can buy these fans without the shroud, which can give you a little bit more clearance, and those fans, you know, you just got to get some fan mounting bushings without a shroud, and you can actually mount them onto the fins of the actual radiator. I like my shroud because it basically covers all the fins, so any air that's getting sucked in through that is going to get sucked through all the fans or through all the fins and then out through the fan. So this fan here, I found it is the SPAL 1516, and the max rating is 1604, but that's kind of just depends on, you know, how much air is trying to be forced through the radiator. And I also have an air conditioner condenser, which is right here, so it's having to pull that air through there. And you know, on highway speeds, or when you're out driving around at constant speed, you're going to get that ram air going through there, which is going to help cool it. The electric fan is for low speeds, or if you're sitting in the city, you want to be able to keep that temperature down. So I think I'm going to be able to do that. I'm also going to get, I think CJ sells it, and I want to cover this whole area here, so, you know, it just basically directs the airflow a little bit better, right up through, you know, this area right up through there. That way that whole area is covered, and you know, I think it might work a little bit better. It's not going to hurt anything. So anyways, this is part 3. I hope it's informational. If you have any questions, you know, it does have, you know, when the fan's on, you know, it's definitely got a whine to it like a modern car. You know, you shut the ignition off, the fan shuts off, but you're driving around, and if you don't like the whine of an electrical fan in a classic car, then, you know, you might want to go the mechanical route. It just depends on what you want to do. For me, I just want it to run cool. I don't care what it sounds like. I've already resto modded it, put the 89 in a 65, got the aftermarket air conditioner, you know, so I've done enough aftermarket stuff on this to where I'm comfortable running an electric fan. So thank you.